Yo, what's good in the web? This your man Q back again, and I did a video that was 17 minutes and some change, and then I was like, you know what? I'm off this coffee, 2 cups of coffee, and I like my coffee dark skin. Well, my ladies light skin, but I do like my dark skin ladies too. Hi, ladies. Even though my analytics say 90% of dudes and 10% of ladies. It's cool. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, but this is also why I wanted to jump on here and say hello. Appreciate y'all. For all my new subscribers and my new folks that have migrated not only from Twitch but TikTok to Instagram, and especially here on the Tube, which is the viable source where it's my primary destination, 800 and something videos over the last 5 years. I wanted to say that I appreciate y'all and thank y'all. I just spit on my camera. Hopefully it doesn't. But I appreciate y'all. That's one of the reasons I wanted to get all on here. And hopefully I'm not too all over the place again. So I got to redo this because the whole reason I wanted to do a vlog today it's because I haven't been on here for a minute and talk to y'all. And then 2, I wanted to give y'all a reason why I hadn't been making today and yesterday some news when I was on that consistent schedule, which I'm gonna go back to. One is mainly because for those of y'all who've been around, or for those of y'all who don't know, my office/studio is in a garage. And for those of y'all who have garage, might know, it ain't got no heater. I don't have heat like that, so I have me a space heater and stuff like that. And it's been raining. They say it never rains in Southern California, and they ain't lying. But when it do, my black ass get cold quick. I'm tropical. So that, and I was fighting not to catch a cold. And the reason why is because we go from 80 degrees in the day to 47 at night, and then I don't have the best sleeping schedule or eating habits. I've been working on it. I eat a meal a day and sleep 5-6 hours because I have been working on something not only on my digital marketing side, but also working on things as far as content creation and other situations for us, Geek Stop and Amazon affiliates and eBay stuff like. So anyway, I started setting days for each thing, and then I stream too. So, when the weather changes, I'll do a whole bunch of shit and I'll run myself ragged. And as you see, I'm all, robed up, onesie out, and rammed down. Shout out to my Rams. We 9-4 now. That's a hard division. But anyway, I just want to get on here and tell y'all I appreciate each and every one of y'all who have been supporting me. I'm continuing to improve and continuing to, I don't want to say make changes, but I want to better fit what y'all are doing. I check my analytics, and my analytics have been basically told me that most of y'all, 9 out of 10, are dudes. And you're between the ages that I'm in, between 81 and 95. So that means you're in your high 20s, late 30s, which is a good 20, 40-year radius or so, which is right up my alley because, well, that was the whole reason I built the channel. To be very direct, I built the channel for black folks like me, and I'm not just saying if you ain't black, you can't watch my stuff, because that's a lie. That's preposterous, because all my Latin brothers and sisters, my Asian brothers and sisters, all my white brothers and sisters, all my folks, geeks and nerds alike, are accepted. However, I did want to make a direct thing where I talked about black facts. I said, also, i.e., who's that black person, i.e., a lot of these different videos and things I make. So what I've been saying is I want to tone in and focus my videos more, which is why, thank you, YouTube, that I've been using my community tab more, which I did do a poll on. I have to check of what video sources that you like the most. Because most of us are working class geeks, I wanted to not only make content that was viable for you, but excuse me, see what I mean, the trope, but make content that was entertaining but informative. Because I mean, what I'm saying, if I'm talking about Nintendo or RPG, which I love them things, is not too much more in the wheelhouse. I mean, you can still go to OJ, you still can go to the Obi-Wan plays, you can still go to so many folks that are, or TBH, so many folks that are out there, Andre the Black Nerd, there's so many people out here that are saying the same things. I wanted to put myself on a pour, which was geek, games, entertainment, anime, sprinkled with some of that comedy. So usually what I seen was, in my own research and my own journey here on YouTube, is, and just in life, and talking to most people and millennials, which they changed millennials, because we used to be Gen X. I don't know if I like this whole millennial thing now, because I graduated in the beginning of the millennium. So I don't know. And the millennium been 20 years ago. So whatever. That's crazy. But see, now they counted 81 to 95 as millennials. So usually if you play video games, you have a affinity for anime. Usually if you have an affinity for anime in video games, you'll usually like Star Wars or Marvel or DC. So what I'm saying basically is all of these things do their best to fit in the wheelhouse together, which is the reason why I wanted to be a one-stop shop for all your geek needs. I mean, I don't know everything. Eventually, what I would like to do is, what the goal is to become the ESPN of geek. Gaming, entertainment, anime, and comedy. So one day, I'll be in a situation where I'll be able to get people who, of course, I don't know everything, but I'll be able, I don't know, not even a quarter of everything. People who are better experts or better suited to talk about particular topics and situations than myself, to come on as guests and almost like a first take or a partner interruption. For those of y'all who watch sports, look it up. Those are sports shows, which is, you look at my channel and things, how I did, or I've been doing things, it fits in that wheelhouse of that kind of medium. And one thing that I appreciate about ESPN, especially when I was thinking about it on my channel, is the fact that ESPN don't just talk about football. They don't just talk about basketball. They don't just talk about baseball. They talk about all things. It's just under that one umbrella, which is sports. And anime, games, Star Wars. I said Star Wars. So like Shaggy, Scooby. They was high. If y'all didn't know, Scooby and Shaggy was smoking on that ooh-wee. And Daphne and Fred doing that ooh-ee in the background. Y'all watching a different show than I'm watching. Also, Velma, shout out to my baby Velma. Velma is the star of she can have her own show, which I'm surprised they never had her have her own show. But anyway, I digress. What I've been doing is wanting and putting polls up, or I put one poll up to ask you guys, what do you like the most? Surprisingly, I see this vlogs do really well, have a really high retention rate, as well as some of the news. Like, well, what do you guys like, or you would like to see more of me talk about? Games and RPGs, and would you like me to talk about more things like Black Panther and the fact that, Chadwick Boseman's brother came out and was talking about things, more Marvel, more things. Like, I don't really mess with DC too much. So I'm sorry, my DC folks. Personally, I like Marvel more, which is why I rarely talk about DC if it ain't Batman. Although Serena Williams cosplaying as Wonder Woman, that's something from my dreams, Serena. But for real, So what I'm doing is these 2 days or a couple of days I haven't made videos over the weekend and stuff. I took some time out to evaluate and look at my analytics, also to do my best to tie everything together so we can get over this hump of this 1K, because this is going on year 6, and it's not so much for the AdSense, and now thankfully they dropped in the ability to communicate with the community. It's the fact that I want to see my benefit from it. I mean, when you work on something so hard and you do something so hard, I would like to see that it's moving. And I know the reason why it hasn't, because I haven't niched down. However, I'm an Aries, I'm stubborn, and I don't want to talk about one subject. Why? Because I don't just play one game. I don't just play one genre of games. I don't just play games. I watch anime. I watch Star Wars. I used to watch Walking Dead, like to season 5, and so it kind of got like the same thing. I don't talk about sports here because those are, even though sports and geekdoms and games and stuff is very close in tangent, with each other, though people act like they're not just because one's real and one's not. But that's I could do for another video for another day. But it's one of these things where I want to do my best to cater to what y'all want to see more, with still being things that I would like to talk about too, because if I don't like to talk about it, well, you're gonna tell. Which is why I don't talk about DC a lot, which I don't talk about first-person shooters. Mine is probably Halo, because I don't like it. And then you're going to know, oh, he's just doing that just to do that. The thing about that is YouTube has the algorithm is, say if you come to my channel for the games, I'm talking about an RPG, you might not give a damn about what I'm saying about JoJo's Stone Ocean. So you'll pass that video on by. So YouTube will be like, oh, they don't like it. Oh, well, he doesn't know what he's, it's all mixed up. So the idea or the task has been more so is building that environment of geekdom, which everything fits together under that umbrella better, which is one of the reasons I chose to do news in the first place, because having new topics and new things and stuff like that. Also, putting more top 10s and how-tos and things I'll eventually start doing. But this I'm going to open up, because I normally don't open for feedback, but I'm asking y'all now. I don't really ask for a lot of things. But I'm actually asking for y'all for feedback. If there's anything you'd like to see, or you think that I could temper or do a little bit better or maneuver a certain route, I'll take it into consideration and stuff. I live by a code that my mom got from her mom, which was when you ask people for, how did she put it, is a person can't give their advice or their opinion on something if you don't tell them. So that's one of the reasons I don't, ask a lot of stuff, because sometimes I've had it happen to me a lot this year with a homegirl, some people I don't even know, and some people who probably should even be telling me about content creation because they don't do it. I have a firm stance where if you don't do it, or if you're not walked in my shoes, why should I listen to you? And I've been accused of not wanting to listen to people, but how am I going to tell you, ladies, for the 1 out of 10 that's watching, how it is to have a period? How I'm going to tell y'all how to have a kid? Only thing I can go about is, what I see or what I've heard. So, for instance, how is a female woman, it's the same thing, bro. How is somebody going to tell me how it is to be a black man on YouTube, navigating on YouTube, when you're not a man or a black man? Because there's a difference in the way it's approached as a brother. And a lot of people don't understand that, and I get it. I'm not gonna go into all that on this particular video. I didn't mean to yell at y'all here. But that's how are you gonna tell me? Like, you can tell me, but your journey is not gonna be the same as my journey. And I've had somebody do that, as well as somebody recently just was telling me how to cut and chop my videos. I'm like, well, hey, player, how long you been doing content creation? And they're like, I don't. So I'm like, well, appreciate your feedback, but on this particular situation, I'm actually asking for feedback. But that's one of the reasons I don't ask for feedback, is on a lot of things, which is funny. Even though I don't ask for it, people will just give it anyway. And I know for those of y'all, my brothers and my sisters, I sound like the gamer 2323. My brothers and my sisters. You already know that just being on a camera or posting something or in the picture, somebody always gonna say something you like. So that comes with the territory of things. But I'm directly asking to make a better user experience for y'all. What is things that you would like to see or things that you would want to see more of? Also, before I go, because I'm reaching the 17-minute mark already. My goodness gracious. It don't feel like Christmas to me. What I have been doing is, you can see the tree and stuff in the background looking all nice and smexy. Maybe I need to break out the eggnog. It's almost happy hour. Break out the eggnog. I have been listening to watching some Lifetime cheesy romantic movies. I'm a sensitive romantic kind of guy, to get me in that mood. But maybe I started too early. But I don't know if it's just me this year, or maybe y'all can attest to this. It ain't really feeling like Christmas to me at the moment. We still got 12 days left until that time. 11 days. I had to look at the calendar. 11 days until that time, but it really hasn't. It's like this month has gone by so fast. This year has gone by so fast, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to, not because of the new year, but to, re-go into the analytics, which I do all the time, and just make a thank you to y'all, and establish a better Discord, what you guys would like to see coming in the future. My videos are still going to be up. I'm probably not going to have one tomorrow. I might, because I still want to talk about Cowboy Bebop. I still would like to talk about, even though that's past, the Game Awards and Breath of the Sonic, and some other things that I have in the pipeline. As far as the long-awaited Office tour, I don't know if you guys can hear the rain. Can you hear the rain? But I also wanted to, I have like collections of NES and SNES and 64, and my PlayStation games are pretty much dead. And action figures and McDonald's toys and different things I want to talk about that are still within that realm of geekdom. And if y'all will be interested in seeing that. But anyway, it's going on 20 minutes. I don't really want to edit. That's why I did this like this. As you see, I'm all bungled up. I will probably be streaming a little earlier today than normal, so that way I don't get caught up in the cold and the rain. But yeah, y'all, let me know in the comment section below. Questions, concerns, feedback, all the above, I appreciate y'all. As always, you can follow me on all these below links, sociables and stuff. It's going to be down here. And I'm out. Peace.